friends, today we have a new recipe and it's gonna be banana bread, and this is my favorite one. Is I've been tasting a lot of different recipes from different places, but I find that this one that I have, that I've been having this one for many years, I think this is the best one. But I mean, I can say whatever, but until you taste it, then you will tell me what I'm telling you, that is really one of the best. It's very moist, and it never fails. I mean, it always comes out like perfect. You can always add nuts. You can always have, I don't know, dry fruits if you want. This one I'm gonna do it like a banana bread plain. I'm not gonna add no nuts, because this one is I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna be gifted to my daughter, and she's allergic to nuts, so we're gonna skip the nuts. Okay, so but I'm gonna tell you the ingredients, and this way we can start like doing the recipe. And by the way, if you guys saw my previous video about my cleaning from my refrigerator, part of the ingredients that I have is because I have to use it, because soon they're gonna expire. So I'm really using butter, and I'm using eggs that I have to like speed up and use it fast, and sour cream. Okay, so let's start the ingredients. So we're gonna need sugar. I'm gonna give you the quantities in the description below. Okay, so but we're gonna need sugar. We're gonna need all-purpose flour. We're gonna need vanilla. We're gonna need cinnamon. Here I have salt. We're gonna need baking soda. We're gonna need 1 stick of butter. That's 4 ounces, and it's the unsalted one. Okay, remember, unsalted, because we already have salt. We're gonna need, over here we have already the sour cream, and we're gonna need, let me see if I have it over here. Okay, we're gonna need 2 large eggs. And for the banana bread, if you have bananas that is pretty good size, you're gonna use 2. But if there's more bananas, you can use up to 3. Okay, so the ones that I'm gonna be using, let me see if I can show you, is the little, so I'm using 3. So this is 2 little ones, and then this one is just a medium size, but it's not gonna affect the recipe. Okay, and we're gonna be using this type of mold. The measurement is I think is 3 by 8, and it's gonna be, we're gonna bake it for 1 hour. We're gonna bake it for 1 hour at 350. Okay, so let's start doing the recipe. Oh, and by the way, we don't need it's up to you if you want to use a hand mixer or the KitchenAid, but right now only a whisk. Very easy, very fast. Okay, and before I forget about the mold that we're gonna be using, it has butter inside and outside of the parchment paper, and I did it like this with a wing, with little wings. This way it's easy to lift the banana bread. Okay, so let's start doing the recipe. First thing that we're gonna start doing is, like, we're gonna put the butter in a bowl, and we're gonna microwave it until it gets melted. Okay, so usually maybe, like, depend on your microwave, it could take from 30 seconds to 1 minute, but just make sure that you pay attention. Okay, banana that we're gonna be using is gonna be like the ones that are very ripe. It works better. The content of sugar is higher, so make sure that is this type of banana, the ones that are almost like, are at the point that you're gonna have to throw it away. But don't do it. So more or less, what we're gonna do, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm sorry, but so you're gonna mash it. It's easy. You can just mash it with a fork. Okay, so we're gonna be mashing that, and we're gonna have it ready, okay, for the recipe. And this recipe is very easy. It takes I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes the most to make it. So you see, it has to be like very like mashy. Okay, so let's begin. The first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna have a bowl, and we're gonna have the whisk ready, and then we're gonna add the dry ingredients. So that would be the all-purpose flour, the baking soda, the salt, and the cinnamon. And we're gonna mix it. Okay, we're gonna make sure that we mix everything. And next we're gonna start mixing the wet ingredients. The next bowl, we're gonna have another bowl ready. So we're gonna add the sugar. Remember, this is part of the dry ingredients, but with the sugar we're gonna leave it separate, okay? Because we're gonna mix the sugar, and we're gonna mix it with the melted butter. Okay, and then with the same whisk, we're gonna whisk it. And then we're gonna add the 2 eggs. Now we're gonna add it to the pan. And we're gonna start baking them. And this bread, the way it rises really nice. Okay, so like I said, it's gonna take 1 hour at 350. Friends, now we just have to have patience. Don't be impatient, just give it 1 hour. I'll be back, and then I will show you the final banana bread. And maybe I can like steal a little piece, this way I can cut it, and then this way I can give you more like a view of the way it looks inside. Okay, bye bye. Friends, this is the way came out. It's very hot, so we're gonna let it cool, and then we're gonna cut it. This way you guys can see more or less the way it looks inside. Okay, and hopefully I'm gonna taste it. Friends, the banana cake is done. Okay, so this is what I was telling you guys about how easy it is to lift it when you have the paper like that. So let's cut it, and then this way you guys can see more or less the way it look inside, and then we're gonna taste this. Okay, so let's see. Just remove the paper. You guys can see more or less, okay, the way it look. Then this is the best part. So let's see. So we're gonna cut it. And this is the way it look inside. I don't know if you guys can see it more or less. Let me see if I can because I'm sorry, I don't have any help over here. But more or less, I don't know if you guys can see it. Like, let me see if I can adjust the camera right there. You guys can see more or less that this is the way it look. Okay, and I'm gonna taste it. Friends, maybe like that. Now you guys can see more or less the way it look. This is the way it look. Okay, this is the slice that I cut, and then we're gonna taste it. Okay, friends, you can always like eat it plain, just like that. You can always like toast it in the toaster oven for breakfast. Put a little bit of butter, eat it like that. But the way I like it sometimes, when I'm having a craving for something different, We can always add peanut butter. And a little bit of jelly in the morning for breakfast. Who said that peanut butter and banana doesn't go together? So we're gonna put a little bit of peanut butter. And we're gonna put a little bit of jelly. Let me see if I can put a little bit of jelly. And then we're gonna taste it. Okay, peanut butter and jelly. And the slice. Okay. Let's taste. I mean, remember, you can always toast it, but let's make it fast. Let's make it tasty and eat it. This is one of my favorite ones when I'm having a craving for, I don't know, like a different snack. I don't know, when I feel like eating like peanut butter. So it's always good, but I think I need the crunch of the oven, like toasted. It's even better. You can make it with so good. You can always make it with a cup of tea or coffee. You're a coffee lover? Yeah, this is good. So I hope you like the recipe. Try it and let me know in the comments. So I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.